If you want to have your heart broken, come to North Dakota and sit in a room with men and women who believed that they had played by all the rules, they had done all the right things, they had worked hard 30 years in a truck carrying heavy packages, done everything that they should have done to prepare for their future. Something we want young people to understand even today. Prepare for your future. Prepare for your retirement. These are your golden years. They did everything right. Everything. And now they're confronting losing their homes, losing their livelihood, the inability to take care of their grandkids for their kids so that their kids can go to work and afford to go to work. There are story upon story upon story of tragedy in American households. And it's all because of things that happened in terms of investments of their pension. They had no control over any of this except their commitment every month to put money into a pension and their commitment to bargain for pension, bargain for their future retirement. And now they're looking at a cut of almost 70%, thousands of them in North Dakota. If you can't be moved to action by anything in the halls of Congress, this ought to get you excited. This ought to get you to understand where the rubber meets the road. A lot of talk always about how we're for the middle class. We're for the working people. Well, let's prove it. Let's quit rattling the cage of these pensioners. Let's quit telling them that they're going to lose their pension. Let's quit saying we're going to sneak around in the dead of night and cut a deal. And let's start opening up this issue, dealing with it with transparency, and making sure that we are, in fact, who we say we are, which are people who care about American families and about helping people who have worked hard all their life. And so I want to applaud Treasury. All of us pretty much met with Treasury and asked them to reject this plan. It was a bad plan, unfair. I think that Feinberg did a great job analyzing it and a great job in explaining his decision. Now we've got some tough work ahead of us, not just for central states, but for the miners and for anyone in this country who has done nothing wrong but sees their pensions threatened. Claire, I want to mention something about the rejection of the Treasury's rejection of the plan. I had people already in North Dakota planning on selling their house. I had people already in North Dakota who were making plans because they unlike the Congress, think longer than two days ahead. They actually think, if this happened to me, how do I prepare today for what's going to happen to? I will be extraordinarily forever grateful for Treasury's decision. In no way was that a disappointment to anyone who's been involved in this issue, because it gave us an opportunity to have a discussion about things that dramatically affect people's lives. And it has put a lot of those plans of the pensioners on hold as they wait to find out what we're willing to do. And you mentioned, will it hurt or help Senator McConnell? You know what we really need to worry about is what's happening to those coal miners and the widows. I get it, but my point is, if you can't be motivated and really concerned about what's happening to these people who worked their entire life building our country in the most backbreaking work that you can imagine, if you can't be sympathetic to them, I don't think you really have a heart for the middle class. I don't think you do. And so, we're desperately trying to find answers for the miners, because that's the critical first piece that needs to be done. It's December. We've got a little bit of time, but the longer we delay on the rest of these pension decisions, the tougher the decisions are going to be and the more uncertainty we create. And so this is an emergency. This is a crisis for tens of thousands of American workers and American retired people. And we should never walk away from that responsibility that we have.